Hey Cancer, welcome to your weekly forecast, my darlings. We're going to connect here and see what's coming up for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We've got the full moon in Leo occurring this week, and you guys are very sensitive to moon energies. You guys are ruled by the moon. So we're going to see what's coming up for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising in the week ahead. You guys might have started feeling anxious energy or the shifting energy from last week, starting from last week, because I felt a lot of anxious energy in the air for just everybody overall. And that's why last week I did 2 weekly forecasts for everybody. People watched the videos, but nobody picked up and said, hey, there's 2 forecasts this week. So I thought that was funny. But we're going to see what you guys can expect in this week moving forward, see what's going on for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising in the week ahead. So we're going to see what's happening. All right, my dear. So your first card here is the Devil. ... This is a major arcana card. So the major arcana cards come up when we're dealing with a significant crossroads in our life. The situation you're dealing with is directly connected to something that you came here to learn, to experience, to master. And the Devil card can indicate mastery over self, or needing to achieve mastery over self. This can be negative ego, this can be fear, this can be doubts. And this can be, and this is going to get really deep and really heavy for some of you right now. This could be, how can I say this? This could be quite literally devil energy for some of you, okay? We know that this can represent like the domain of the earth and the sign of Capricorn, and some of you might be dealing with a Capricorn, or if you have Capricorn in your chart, that area of your life might be where you're focused. This is a general reading, so it's not, you're not all experiencing the energy in the same exact way. But I do feel for some of you Cancer people out there, this is quite literally the devil. So some of you are breaking out or breaking away from devil energy that has maybe caused some addiction behaviors. And some of you maybe have kind of dabbled in kind of that kind of realm in the process of your healing or seeking truth. And some of you might be deciding that, you know what, this isn't for me, and you might be stepping away from it. Some of you are breaking out of a lineage of this devil energy, okay? We all have a spiritual inheritance or spiritual tradition, right? Whether we're aware of it or not. Our ancestors before us, the spirituality that they practice. So some of you may be coming from a lineage that was very aligned with the devil. And so some of you are breaking out of that and coming into lighter energy. Okay, I don't typically get that vibe and that feeling for this card. Those of you that have been watching my readings, I will honestly say, as far as I can remember, this is the first time I've ever gotten that feeling or that vibe from this card. Okay, the first time that I've ever said quite literally. And again, this is a general reading. It's not going to be for each and every single one of you, but it's like it's for some of you. And because we're also looking at the full moon, and what you're releasing in this full moon cycle, many of you might be releasing significant attachments. Okay, not just like blocks, not just heavy feelings, but full-on attachments you're going to be releasing here. And these attachments may have been responsible for some reckless behaviors in your life. Maybe, you know, promiscuity to the extent that it endangered you, or addictions to the extent that, you know, you could borderline have destroyed yourself. Some of you are going to be releasing and ridding yourself of these attachments. The next card here, my dears, is the World. I'm getting chills right now. Wow. Okay. So you've got back-to-back major arcana cards so far. So this moon cycle that's coming in is going to be a very significant one for you. A life-changing one. Okay. Over the course of the next 30 to 60 days, massive changes in your life, massive energy upgrades. And keep in mind, my dears, that these major arcana cards, this is like a new chapter. This is energy that's going to be around you for a while. And the World card is about completing and closing out a karmic cycle. You're done. You passed the test with flying colors, and now is the time for the reward. Now is the time to come out of your shell and be seen and be embraced and be celebrated. A lot of you are showing a softer side of yourself, or embracing a more vulnerable side of yourself, and allowing yourself to receive attention, praise, credit for your accomplishments. Some of you might even be manifesting travel. The World card for me in my readings also has a specific aspect that comes in with it of being comfortable in your own skin, feeling good about yourself, feeling ready to just be out there, to be seen. Insecurities are gone, and you're ready to live your life and to be happy. Okay, some of you are, and don't take this like the wrong way, don't take this personal, but some of you, maybe those of you who are younger, right? Like, you might have really kind of invested yourself in a certain style or certain scene when you were younger, or when you were in school, that really resonated with you at the time, right? Like, I'm never going to smile in my pictures, and I'm going to always wear dark colors, and I'm going to have like my hair covering my face, or I'm going to be really serious, or I'm going to be like really like, gangster, or really like, tough person, whatever, right? But just kind of like where, like, I'm not going to smile. I'm not going to be all, hi, how are you doing? Like, talking to people. Like, almost as if positivity and happiness was seen as stupid, or something nerdy, or something that, only airheaded people feel, right? Like, I'm too smart to be happy kind of thinking. You're breaking out of that. You're breaking out of that. You're like, that's nonsense. That's nonsense. I can still be a force to be reckoned with, right? And still be positive and still be happy. It doesn't take away from the fact that I'm tough and the fact that you don't want to mess with me, right? Or I can be happy, and I can still be deep and philosophical and creative, right? And edgy, but I can still be happy, right? So I feel like a lot of you are breaking out of this thing of like it's not cool to be happy, or happiness is a weakness. I feel some of you are breaking out of that. Your next card here, my darlings. Ooh, I Now, the Ace of Cups in general is a happy card. We know this, right? If you're familiar with tarot, you know the Ace of Cups is good things, right? A new home, a sense of fulfillment, a sense of creativity, a sense of joy. This can even indicate like true love, soulmate love, positive resolutions to situations. Like, this is all around a good, happy card. But Ace of Cups has a very special meaning for me in my readings. I have seen it come up for people when they're closing out a karmic cycle, and you have already had confirmation of that in your previous two cards. But I'm talking about like where something keeps repeating, right? You keep having the same kind of situation. You keep having the same kind of relationships, or you keep having the same kind of boss, or you're going round and round with the same thing with like a family member in your life, or someone who is coming in and out of your life, whatever. Just the same thing again and again and again. And when I see this card, it lets me know that like you had that moment where you were like, enough is enough. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm sick of feeling this way. I'm sick of being unhappy. I've learned my lesson. I know what the red flags are. I know what I need to do to not get pulled into this situation again, and I'm not doing it. I want to be happy. The universe says, awesome. Cancer's awake now. Cancer no longer needs this negative situation to kind of poke them awake and to learn. Now Cancer is ready to learn from happy experiences, from healing, to heal through like joyous events, creativity, support, friendship, love, laughter, accomplishment, all of those wonderful things, right? Like, you know, in school, there's some teachers, all the kids are like, oh my God, I hope I don't get that teacher this year. And there's some teachers that all the kids are like, oh, please, 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 I want to be in that teacher's class. They're teaching the same grade, they're teaching the same subjects, but one makes it fun. So you're going into like the fun cosmic class, the fun karma, the happy karma. You're turning over that new leaf, okay, to learn from blessings, from joy. It doesn't have to be so hard. You don't have to prove yourself by like proving that you're indestructible, right? But to soften up and to enjoy life, okay? Your next card here, my darlings, is the King of Swords. Some of you happy times, but it's also finding a community of like-minded people, right? So some of you are leaving one community and being embraced by another, and other ones of you are just finding your tribe, people that you can connect with, people that you can you know, relate to, they can relate to you. Three of Cups can also be a lot of the times some kind of creative collaboration where you know, you're finding people that are you guys are feeding off each other in a positive way, where like you're creating a synergy in your projects, your ideas, in business. This could even be like I'm hearing the word pod, which is not a word I typically use, but like some kind of a pod where you've networked and you've aligned with people that don't do exactly the same thing that you do, but something similar, to where you're able to like refer clients to each other in a business aspect. Like you help them on one end and you're like, oh, well, hey, if you need help in this related area, I know a really great person, right? And that person does vice versa, you know, for you. So I feel there might be some kind of like network that you're setting up in this way. And for some of you, this might become very big, like some kind of like a full-on like brick and mortar kind of place, like a retreat or some kind of facility, you know, where there's like different departments, right? And you guys are coming together and creating this place, and each of you is like running that specific department. I feel there's like three things coming together, becoming one here in terms of business for some of you. I would recommend watching your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you want to go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. And guys, the podcast is starting on the 28th. Okay, I have a post right now in the community tab for questions. Anything you want me to cover in the podcast, any questions that you have about the spiritual journey, spirituality, any questions, anything you've wanted to know about me, go ahead and post that on the community tab post, and I will start making out a list of the future episodes. And when the episode on the 28th is ready, I will post it there in the community tab as well. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Bye, my darlings. Take care.